Hello friends, welcome to Coding Techniques again. Today we are going to extend our previous project where we build file uploading system to Firebase using our Ionic application, and today I'm going to teach you how to use the capacitor screenshot functionality. So how to take a screenshot from your application and how to upload that particular file to your Firebase. So I'm going to take the reference of the previous video and build the structure out there only. Okay, so let's get started. If you want to know the previous video link, you will get the link out there on the top right corner. There is an I button, click on that and it will redirect you to that particular video. Okay. So without wasting any more time, let's start our video today. So let me get my specs. Let's get ready. As you can see, the project is already set up, which is our earlier project like I have already explained you. And this is the project where I build a thing to take a picture. You will take a picture and directly you can upload it up. Okay. So if I just click here, you get an options. That's what we have built. So, all right. I'm not going in depth of it. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to work with the capacitor screenshot functionality. So let's go to the browser and check this out. So I'm into the browser and I have already searched for capacitor screenshot. You can also do the same, and this is my Firebase project where I'm into the Firestore now. I have tested a lot of images, so don't need to worry. Let's go to the screenshot one, and in the screenshot one I'll open up the first link. Now in the first link you will see that we just need to install this up, and this is how we can simply import and use it directly. That's the only thing we need to do, nothing else, and we get a base64 string. All right, that's great. So to upload a base64 string to your server, it's completely pretty easy. I'll teach you everything what you need to know about it in this particular video. So I need to install it up. I'll copy this and let's get back to our project. I will just open a shell and I'll paste it. Now I'll hit enter and it will get installed. Okay, let me just close this. All right, this is installed. But before using that, let me change the design a bit because this is not the design which I'm looking for. Okay, I need to select it. Fine. I don't want to go through it. I'll cancel it. Let's align it again. All right, that's great. Okay, so what I'll do now, I'll wrap this image into a div because I want to change the size of it. Otherwise, if I take a screenshot, it will take the whole application screen, right? So that will cover up the full screen. I don't want that. That is why I'm going to change it. Let's go for that. So I'm going to use a div within which I'm going to send this image. Okay. And the condition also, I'll keep it here only. And if this condition is not satisfied, that means if we don't have anything right now, but I still want to show something, I can show an icon instead of going for this stuff. So let me just have a photos icon. I think that will look better. So something of images icon. This is the one. And I've given a condition. If the image is not there, then you can simply have this. Now let's see what happens. You can see the image is showing up. The icon basically, not the image. Now we will design it in such a way that it will look pretty nice, isn't it? You will feel that it is a complete application kind of stuff. For that, I need to do some designing out here with the div. Okay, and within that we will work with the images, but at first I need to work with the div part. So to our div, I'm going to simply pass some border and border radius. That's the first thing that I'm going to apply. And even you can give the color dark also if you want, and you can access it in this particular manner. That's a default one which we have in our theme. Okay, I think it's gonna be the same similar color only, so I don't mind giving it. All right, and if you still don't like it, simply give the black one. I'll copy it, comment this, and I'll pass the black one because I like the black one. Okay, which I'll just check it in some time. But let me at first give the other things by which we will be clear with the coloring part. That is to work with the image and the icon. So I'm going to pass the image a height of 50 VH. Now you can see it is looking nice, right? And the icon, sorry, the color is also fine. So I'll just cut this. I will keep the dark one only, not the black one. All right. And the icon, I've given a font size of 10 rem and some margin also. If I don't give some margin, then you see how it will look like. Quite jumbled up. I don't want that. That is why I'm just giving some margin. What I'm doing out here for the image is basically I'm giving a height, and based on the height, it will adjust the width automatically. I don't want to like set a width. If I set a width, then it will stretch the image that won't look nice. That is why I'm not giving that. I hope you understand. So that is actually very important when you're designing something. If it is not coming up properly, then definitely you need to work in this particular manner. Okay. Okay. Next thing, what I need to do, this is done. Then I'm going to wrap this button into row and column because I want two buttons now. Take a picture and take a screenshot. So let's have this. I'll cut this. And instead, let me just close this again, and I'm going to have an iron row where I will have an iron column in which I have just passed the button which we already had, right? Where we were taking the picture. And the second one, in the second iron column, I'm going to have it take a screenshot where I'm going to use this particular function. Let me just pass it in our TypeScript file so that there won't be any error, because I'm getting the error right now. And this is the earlier code which we use. I'll just minimize all of them one by one. Okay, add document, take a picture, fine. And let me create this at the very top. Now you see, this is very much aligned, right? It is looking quite good, I think. And the title also I'm going to change. Let me have take screenshot / picture. I think that will look good, like take screenshot / picture. That's fine. If you want to give some spacing, you can do that. So our designing part is done. Now we need to work with the functionality of the screenshot. For that, it's quite simple actually. Well, if I go to the TypeScript file, and in this particular one, I need to do everything within the try-catch block. That's better because we will have the same similar functionality that we did for our take a picture one. Okay, that is what I'm going to do. So in the catch one, I'm going to simply log the error in this particular manner, and let me make it async. Now the next thing which I need to work with is to go to the browser and check the functionality. And one more thing, I haven't run this second command because I will be running that after we create the Android and iOS platforms. Then we will do that up, okay? Because this syncing will mainly lead to that only. That is why I'm not doing that right now. Now I simply need this particular functionality, screenshot.take function, and I'm going to have it here. Let me go for constant call image that will be equals to await and paste it. All right. Now I need to import this up. It's imported and the error is also gone. So no more error is there. That's great. Now I need to check the value of this image. So let's check this out. What is the value that we are getting? Now I'll click on take a screenshot, but I need to open up this particular one also so that we can see the value, right? So let me go for take a screenshot, and I am getting a base64 string and nothing else. So this base64 string I need to work with. All right. So what next I need to do? Well, image.base64, that is what I need actually. So image.base64, that's what I need to work with. Now, the next thing which I'm going to do is to show this image into our HTML, right? And in the HTML, we have already prepared everything. So I need to pass, or I need to initialize the image one. This dot image will be equals to image.base64. Okay. But this will still not show the image. Let me just show you. If I click here, you will see that we don't see the image, right? What should we do actually to like see our proper images? Well, let me just show you. Don't need to worry. I'm here to help you out. So let me just show you in the documentation. You can see this particular stuff, right? You need to append this with the base64 string and it's going to work. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to add in this particular manner, not with this particular quotes. Okay. You can do the same also if you want to, if you know about it. So let's check it now, whether it works or not. I'll just click here and you can see the image is showing up and it is not taking the full size because we have restricted to 50 VH, right? That is why. So our screenshot has been taken pretty nicely. Now I need to upload it to Firebase storage one, and also to the Firestore one. The link we will pass it there, just like we did in our previous project. Okay. So for doing that up, I will do everything which we did in this particular one. So let me copy everything up till here. All right, because the upload image functionality will always remain the same. We don't need to change that, but few things we need to change. I'll show you that part. Don't need to worry. Now in the data URL to blob, this will not work. We need a base64 to blob, right? And for that I need to create another functionality. So let me just change this to base64, okay, where I'm going to pass the base64 string. Okay, let me create that function. So let me create it at the bottom. Well, I think after everything is done, then only I'll paste it. So this is the function which we need to use, where I'm going to pass the base64 string, and you can find all these things on the internet also if you want to, how to convert it. There are a few easier ways also, but I want to implement this particular stuff. And in here I'm just going to pass the PNG format. If you want to change it, definitely you can pass it here only, and it will return a blob at the very end. So this is going to return a base64, sorry, return a blob, and by entering a base64 string. Okay, so I won't explain this particular stuff. You simply copy it up and you are good to go. So let me minimize it, and we can directly use it here. Now instead of, okay, this needed, I'll minimize it. Okay, base64 I'm passing, and we will get a blob. That's great. Now once we get the blob, we need to upload this particular one. Now in order to upload, let me just show you the functionality, what exactly we are doing. We are passing the image data. Now in the image data, we are only accessing the format. So why don't I pass directly the format? Because we don't have the format in our screenshot one. So we have to pass a string directly out there. That is why I will not pass this particular one. Only the format will be passed. Format of type, let's say string, that will be better. Or let's give any only. Why to take a risk? Alright, so once that is done, now I'll get an error in take a picture or not. No, I won't get an error, but I need to pass image.format. Fine. Now the error there won't be any issue with take a picture. Alright, nothing else I have changed. Now I'll go to the take screenshot, and in the upload one, instead of passing the image, I'm going to pass PNG because I want it in PNG format. That is why I'm doing that up. If you want in different format, definitely you can work with that too. You just simply pass JPEG or anything else. Alright, so this is also the same upload image functionality. Base64 conversion we have done. Now we'll get the URL, and we will check the URL. Okay, so screenshot URL, I'll just pass short URL, and finally we are going to add the document in test one, or let me call it screenshot. Create any collection of that name, and we are good to go. Let's try this now. Okay, all right, so I'll just open up the Firebase one, and we have test one. Now we don't have anything called which one? Screenshot one. We will have that. Let's try this now. I think all the functionality is ready. Let me go for it. I'll take a screenshot. It is out here, and I think it's uploaded, but I don't see any message also. We'll work with that, don't need to worry. But in the log, what do I see? Okay, you can see it is uploaded, right? And if I just go here, refresh this up, let's see what do we get. You can see I get a screenshot one where a document is created, and this is the URL. Let's check this out. Copy it up, and I'm going to open it in different tab. Let's see what do we get. We see the same screenshot. That's working really awesome, right? And let's see the extension at the very end. What do we have? Okay, this is the one, sorry, .png. That is the extension. That's working nicely. So everything as of now is working as expected. So we are able to upload the screenshot, and if you want to check the take a picture one also, we can try this up. So let me go to the documents and upload any one of those. Fine, it's gonna be uploaded. All right, let's check it out here. You can see this is uploaded. That is why we get this kind of stuff. All right, not a problem. Now I'll minimize it up, and let me work on the messaging part, because once it is uploaded, I need to look for a message, right? I need to get a notification that it's done. Should I work with the toast one? For working with the toast one, I need to open up, I need to show you Ionic framework documentation. And in the Ionic framework documentation, I need to go to components and search for toast. This is the one, Ion toast. All right. So now how to present a toast? Well, you need to inject this toast controller at first. Let me copy it up, and in the constructor I'm going to use it. Now how to do everything with Firebase I have already explained, and I hope you have understood that, because I have not gone in depth with this particular video. In the previous video you will get all the stuff. So this is ready. Now how to use it up? This is the way to use it. Let me copy this. Okay, I will paste it here at the bottom. Fine, it's done. Now we are simply good to use it. Now which position should I give? Let me just pass the bottom. I think that's better. All right. in this manner. It's wrong. Let me just cut this only and I'll directly pass bottom here. Alright, then message. I don't want anything dynamic, so I'll just pass uploaded successfully. Okay, image upload successfully. And duration, let me just give 3 seconds in this manner. Let's call this function after we are done with all the stuff. So this dot present toast function will be called. Let's copy this up and I'm going to have it in the screenshot 1 2. All right, now let's have a loader also. I think that will look good. So here I'm going to search for loader also. Loading action G, ion loading, this is the one. Okay, this kind of loader I need. And how to use it, let's check the TypeScript. I know how to use it, don't need to worry, but I want to show you how you need to work with this. So I've copied it and I need to inject it here. Let's do this, import it, and now you can use it. The functionality that you need to work with is this particular one. So let me simply copy this particular code and I'm going to paste it in my structure. Actually, let me paste it here at the very bottom. So this is for show loading and I need to hide the loader also, for which I'm going to work, don't need to worry. Let me get this loader at first. How am I going to get that? In take a picture, I'm going to call this at the very beginning. So this dot show loading, fine, and this will return a promise. So I need to pass await here, and once everything is done, let me call this dot loading controller dot dismiss function, and this is also a promise, I think, right? So let me pass await, but if you even don't pass await, still there is no problem. Okay, now I'm going to copy this dismiss one and let me paste it in the catch also, because if there is any error, definitely I want to dismiss the loader there also. And this show loading, let me not pass it at the very beginning because we will have the options, and after we get the image, then I'm going to start it. Seems good now, I think so, but we have this before the present one because I want to present it, and this is also a promise, so I need to await. Now it's fine, I think. Let's try this up whether it works or not. So I'll just go for take a picture and let me align it. Let's go for it. Let me take pictures from photos and I'm going to select this. Loading is, and once the loading is done, I'm getting the message also, but I want to change the color of it. For that, let me just scroll to the bottom. So after this spinner, I'm going to pass the color also, and for the color, let me just pass, well, actually it takes some default color, so let me pass success color. Okay, what's wrong here? All right, actually I'm passing it in the loading controller. Okay, actually need to pass it here. Fine, now it's fine. This time if I try to take a picture, let's see what happens. Let's try this again. Loading is done and you see a green color one. That's nice. Okay, so this is working. I can have the same functionality in my this one. Take a screenshot also. Let me copy this show loading one. Okay, I'm going to paste it at the very beginning here. Fine. And when it's going to end, well, loading dismiss, I'm going to call it when there is an error and before the present toast one. Fine, let's try this once. Sure, loading is coming up. Once the loading is done, I'm not getting the present toast. Why? Let me pass await here. Will it come now? Let's check this out. Let's try this again. Please come up. Why it is not coming up? It's weird because I'm getting an error. What kind of error it is? Overlay does not exist. But let me pause this after we take the screenshot. Let's try it once again. Let's go for it and let's see. Still I'm not getting it. Why? Still I'm getting an overlay error. Alright, I found the issue. Well, I just commented this particular one, which I don't need to. Well, I'm just giving the duration, which I told you I'll remove it, but I just forgot. So I need to remove this now. There won't be any problem, I think. Let's try this once again. I'll hit on take a screenshot and let's see what happens this time. Loader is closed and we are getting the proper toast message, so everything is sorted now. Okay, so now our application is ready. Now it's time to try with the platforms for Android and iOS. So I'll just add quickly Ionic Cap add iOS, and I will go for Ionic Cap add Android too. But actually I don't have any folder called Ionic build. I need to run for www folder because it is saying that it is missing, right? You can see syncing is not yet done, but don't need to worry. I know how to sync it, so it's better to run the Ionic build at first, then we will sync it up. Now I simply need to run Ionic cap sync command and everything will be done pretty nicely. So meanwhile this is being done, let me go to the browser and let me search for permissions for camera also, because we didn't give for the camera one, capacitor camera, right? This is the one. Let me go quickly and look for the permissions that we need to give. These 3 permissions I need to pass for my iOS one, and for Android these 2 things, because I want to work with camera also, right? That is why I need to do this whole stuff pretty nicely. Let's go and open this up, or I can directly go to Android manifest. This is the one. Let me close this and pass the permissions. Okay, align it nicely. After that is done, I'll go to variables.scss, not SCS, variables.gradle actually, variables.gradle file, and I need to pass this particular stuff. Let's copy this one by one. I'm going to have it here. The version will be 133, this particular one. Let's have it here, 1.3. Then the next one is Android material version, copy and paste to 6.1, I think. Right, correct. This is done. For PW we have already done all this stuff. That is why it was running in our browser nicely. The Android is done. Now we need to work for the iOS. Let's go for plist, info plist. So info.plist file, and I will have a key and a string. Let me copy this one and I'll paste it at the very top. Now I need to change it to which one? This particular one. Copy and simply paste. For the string I'll just give it, don't need to worry. Let me copy and paste it 2 more times. Paste, paste. Let's change the stuff. Will be for the second one. For the third one, this will be the one. Okay, now for the string, that is the message that we want to allow, so, or not to allow, please allow to use camera to take a picture. Okay, that's what the message I'm going to give to the user. I'll copy it, paste it here. This is for the media library add users. Please allow us to access photo library to save a photo, to save the taken picture or something like that. Okay, to save a picture, fine. And the final one will be, please allow us, let me paste it here, please allow us to access photo library to get a picture. Fine, we'll get the picture from there. So this is the message which I'm going to give, and I think everything is sorted now. Syncing and everything is done. We are ready to try this out. For that, what am I going to do? I'll just open Ionic cap, open iOS, and it will open the Xcode directly. Let's go for it. All right, the Xcode is opened up, or what? Fine, it's opened up, directly popping up on my face. Now in 14 Pro, let's try this there. Or should I go to app and go to signing in capabilities? I need to pass a different bundle name or something, but let me just select the theme and try this up. I don't think it will be an error. If it gives, then I need to change it up, which you actually need to do in capacitor.config.ts file. Yes, I need to do it. Techniques, screenshot, test. Let me just give any name, hit enter, and let's see. Yeah, the error is gone. We're going to try this in 14 Pro. That's what I've selected by default. Let's try this. Let's see whether it works or not. Okay, build successful. And where is my simulator? This is the one. Please open up and show me your face. Took some time actually. Let's try this up now. Let's try it one by one. So I'll just click on take a picture. I've given the access, and please allow access to all photos. Take from photos or take a picture. Let me go for take from photos. It's just one picture. It's not getting uploaded. I just don't get it why. If I go to Xcode and see what's wrong, error loading image. Okay, fine, that kind of images it's not loading. Let's try with some other one. I'll take a screenshot. At first, let's try this one, at least it works or not. So screenshot is taken and it is uploaded successfully. Now for the picture, I'll go for it again and take a picture. Well, take picture won't work or what? Not having the access to camera. Let's select from photos. I think I need to check for some other photos. Maybe these photos are not working. If I'm able to take a picture, then only I can look for it. But that feature is not available in the simulator. It's not available, so I'm unable to test it. But I have already tested it in many applications. You can just try this out. Okay, it works actually. But the thing is that maybe the photos are too big. That is why it is unable to access it. Otherwise it could. Okay, now this one is getting uploaded. That's great. So some of the photos are creating a trouble, but finally it is uploaded. So it's working nicely in iOS, I would say that. Now let's go for Android and check this up quickly. Okay, I'll just hit the same thing only, just Android. It will open the Android Studio. Trust the project. Alright, this is opened up and I'll simply hit the run button now. Alright, the emulator is opened up. Let's wait for it to show up the application. Until unless the Gradle build is finished, you won't get the application. What's wrong? Okay, everything right. Yeah, it is launched. I was scared like something or the other is going wrong or what. I'll click on this button and screenshot is taken properly. We are able to upload it. It's done. And take a picture. Allow, please. I want to allow. From photos. Is there any photo? I don't think so. There is any photo. Let me go for take picture. I don't think it's going to take. Okay, it says opened up. Any photo, it is not to worry. I'll take it. That's not my house picture, but at least it is uploading something, right? So it is also uploaded. So this is also working nicely. So finally, our application is working as expected for Android and iOS both. We have tested in browser, Android, iOS, screenshot one, image, sorry, not the image, camera one, and image uploading is successfully done in our Firebase, and you are good to go. So this is it for this lecture. I hope you have learned a lot of stuff and you enjoyed this particular video. So please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and do let me know what next you want. So keep watching the Coding Techniques channel and see you in the next lecture. Bye.